everybody? Y'all already know who it is. I'm back at it again with another video for y'all. Sorry for the delay on videos. It's been, about maybe a little over 2 weeks now since I posted the last video. Life happens, life is life. And so, you got to take care of what you got to take care of before you do your other stuff. So, I was a little under the weather and everything also. So, yeah, but your boy's back now. I'm feeling a little better, not 100%, but I'm feeling a little better. Back at it, getting back to these reactions and stuff again. So you're probably gonna see a few of them, maybe today, tomorrow, stuff like that. So, but today I got the Den of Nerds. I did look at the Marvel leaks that came out recently. I didn't do a video about them, just because the copyright strikes and stuff like that. So I didn't know if they would actually do anything like that. So I didn't make a video about the Marvel leaks from Doomsday and Secret Wars and all that stuff, the concept arts and all that stuff. But we're gonna take a look at Den of Nerds. He actually has like 10 things talking about the leaks and everything of what it basically potential stuff that can happen with the movie. But I wanted to go ahead and check this video out and see what it's going to be about. So y'all join me along watching the video and everything. So let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Den of Nerds. I'm Josh, and we need to talk about that huge Marvel leak that just happened. In this video, I want to go over 10 things that were revealed in this absolutely massive leak. But I also want to say we should probably try to take a step back and be cautious. Just because something is leaked in concept art does not necessarily mean it will 100% show up in a movie. Let me explain what's really going on. So let's start with the leak itself. What was this? What exactly happened here? Well, this was concept art from a very famous concept artist that has worked with Marvel for a long time. And this was actual concept art that was commissioned for Marvel Studios project. This batch of images appear.
Now I want people to realize that a lot of this stuff, a lot of these images and stuff that came out is stuff that's not going to be used in a movie. It's just basically to give a general idea of what's going to, what they thought and, of everything, that's going on, what they thought they were going to use and stuff that's probably not going to be used, stuff that might even be used. But we don't know. This is all like all concept art stuff. So, but from what I've seen, it's pretty cool. So y'all just continue watching. If y'all haven't seen it and it's y'all first time, then y'all probably gonna be a little amazed by the concept art and the ideas that they're thinking about for Doomsday and Fantastic Four and so on. They even had Black Panther in here too, also. So let's continue it.
Appears to be uploaded to a public ArtStation account, and it was apparently put into a section called unpublished or unused works. What's more, there's a lot of stuff in here for the Fantastic Four, and from what we can see of the Fantastic Four images, they actually appear to be real, meaning a lot of the stuff depicted here will probably be used in some way in the actual film. And so to me, the most obvious explanation for what happened here was that this artist, or perhaps this artist's assistant, uploaded this batch of files to this public ArtStation account, but it was a mistake. This was not supposed to go into that folder. So some of this could actually...
Wow. So technically it was a mistake. Yeah, somebody's getting fired. Somebody's getting fired.
actually be discarded or not actually used in the Secret Wars movie. But the fact this whole batch of files was mistakenly uploaded to unpublished work, and the fact that there's so much Fantastic Four stuff here, and the fact that a lot of the stuff that is revealed in these leaks matches up with other rumors and leaks and things that insiders have told us is going on with Marvel Studios, it makes me personally believe that these leaks are accurate to what Marvel is actually going to do. So I guess you have to decide for yourself, like, how much of this do you think Marvel's actually going to do here? But I think given what insiders are saying, it really seems like this is a lot of what is actually their plan. So now I want to go over 10 big reveals from these leaks. And again, remember, big grain of salt. We don't know if this is actually what Marvel Studios is going to do. But for the sake of this video, let's assume that it is. Let's assume that these leaks are accurate and that they do accurately indicate what Marvel is planning. Well, I think the first thing we got to talk about is the new T'Challa. Now, this is something that has been heavily rumored. Jeff Snyder broke a massive story talking about how Marvel Studios...
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen, if most of the people that don't know, they're gonna recast Black Panther. Um, to me, I don't know how it's gonna happen. I don't know how they're gonna do it. To me, it's a lot of multiverse stuff going on. But that to me, I think that's what's gonna happen. It's gonna be a Black Panther from a different universe that's gonna come into the main MCU universe.
Was indeed going to recast the T'Challa character. In the wake of that, a lot of other insiders came forward to say that it will actually be an aged up variant of the child from the end of Wakanda Forever. His name is Toussaint. He's technically T'Challa the second, or just Toussaint as Black Panther. And without getting too lost in the nerdy sauce, essentially Marvel Studios wants to have their cake and eat it too. From what we have heard, they want to have a young male Black Panther, but they also don't want to recast the T'Challa character, and they want to keep T'Challa as Black Panther with Chadwick Boseman. That seems to still be something that they want to do. There are conflicting reports on this. Some people believe they will actually grab an actual T'Challa variant from the multiverse. Some people think it'll be the child. But either way, the leaked images of Black Panther indicate to us that Marvel Studios is actually cooking up designs for their new Black Panther. And I think this is a massive W. The question is this something for Black Panther 3, or will this be something for Secret Wars and Doomsday? Now, my personal hope is that this is for Secret Wars, and
please let it be for Secret Wars. Please. That will incite a whole lot of people, and it will make, I guarantee it will make a lot more people go watch the movie too. I'm for real.
I think a lot of the artwork here in this leaked batch is for Secret Wars, but we don't know for sure. It is possible this is for Black Panther 3, or just in general for the design of a new Black Panther. For me personally, I just want a Black Panther in Secret Wars. I think that's really important. And if Secret Wars is
Black Panther, if y'all don't know, if y'all haven't read the comic for Secret Wars, Black Panther plays a big part in there. So you gotta have Black Panther in this. You can't do Secret Wars and not have Black Panther, because he plays a big part in the whole Doom situation. So
the celebration of all things Marvel, then you gotta celebrate the Black Panther. You gotta have a Black Panther in Secret Wars, man. But now let's talk about the second thing that was revealed in these leaks.
Young
and
Avengers.
This is the Champions with Dupe. What am I talking about? I'm talking about this image right here. This is Star-Lord, Wong, and the cast of characters that will make up the Champions or the Young Avengers. And then you've got this weird looking guy, Dupe. And oh my god, I could gush about Dupe for a long time, but he's basically just this really weird alien mutant character that's mysterious from the comics. He speaks a weird language. Nobody can understand him. He's incredibly powerful. Nobody really knows the full extent of his powers. He's kind of like a funny gag character from a really weird X-Men book called Ecstatics. But more to the point,
he reminds me of, what's his name, Slimer from Ghostbusters. That's what he reminds me of.
what you're actually looking at here with this concept art seems to match up with a lot of leaks and rumors that we've talked about over the past couple of months regarding Marvel's plan for the Young Avengers. Now, this is something Kevin Feige has been cooking for a while. If you remember all the way back to Infinity War and Endgame, Kevin Feige started to introduce the children of the Avengers. And even in the Phase 4 and the Phase 5 movies, you can see that he's setting up younger characters. But very recently, we've heard that their plan has slightly changed, mostly because he waited so damn long that a lot of these younger Avengers are aging up. Like Kate Bishop's going to be like 30 soon. So instead of tying it to Young Avengers, he's just going to call this group Champions. This concept art here seems to show that the plan for this younger cast of characters, this Champions group, is to be hanging out with Dupe and with Star-Lord and with Wong. Look, I don't know if this is actually going to be adapted. This could be something that they abandon, but if this actually indicates what the plan is for the Young Avengers team during the events of Doomsday and Secret Wars, I actually love it. It would obviously have a comedic tone with Wong and Peter Quill being a part of it. I think it's very significant to have the children of Wanda Maximoff, especially if some of the other stuff that's happening is happening the way I think it will happen with Wanda. So if Marvel still does this, this could be a story thread in one of the next Avengers movies, maybe Secret Wars. Now, the third thing that's revealed in this batch of leaks here is a weird one, and that is that there will be no Valyria. Now, Valyria is another child of Sue Storm and Reed Richards. Obviously, she's a girl. She's the sister to Franklin Richards, but she's also, in her own right, an absolutely incredible character. She has a strong bond with Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom actually ends up saving Sue Storm and helping the birth of Valeria happen, and therefore Doom gets to name the child, and he names the child Valeria after like his long lost love. It's a whole thing, but more to the point, Valeria has a special bond with Doctor Doom. She's a fantastic character, really interesting in the Fantastic Four comics, and really interesting in the 2015 Secret Wars, where she leads a group of young people to help to discover the truth of Doctor Doom's Battle World universe. But in the leaks, it appears there's no Valeria. It's just Franklin Richards. And I mean in both the concept art from the Fantastic Four movie and in the concept art for Secret Wars.
Yep, Franklin Richards is gonna play a big part in the Secret Wars and everything, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna talk about it. But if you don't know his power set is pretty damn strong. I can tell you that now. And you know, he basically helps recreate the whole Marvel universe again after Secret Wars. So I'm pretty sure they're probably going to talk about that.
You see this kid standing next to Doctor Doom on the throne here? I think that is Franklin Richards, which is a whole nother thing. We can talk about that potentially later on in this video. And so I think this kid standing next to him on the throne is Franklin. And in the comic books, he takes Valeria and Franklin as his own children, but there's no Valeria to be found here. This is probably just being cut from the movies to make it simpler, but it is kind of a bummer, man. Now, on the flip side of that coin, that brings us to number 4, the thing that's revealed from these leaks, and that's a whole bunch of Franklin Richards. Again, I think that is Franklin standing next to Doctor Doom on the throne there, and there's just so much Franklin stuff in the Fantastic Four concept art. Like, we haven't seen any Franklin in the official marketing for Fantastic Four. So far, it is just focusing.
They're hiding it. Everybody knows. Like, everybody knows in the trailer and everything, the way that she looks, she's pregnant, and they edit it out to make it look like she's not pregnant. So, I mean, they're hiding it. Franklin is gonna be a baby in Fantastic Four, and that's the whole reason. You know, they're putting him in there is because he plays a big part in Secret Wars also, and all this stuff. And he's going to be the main reason why Galactus is coming to Earth in Fantastic Four. So basically to get their son to recreate his world again, because his world isn't there anymore. So that's the reason why. And but y'all know, I mean, if y'all I paid attention to a lot of stuff. So, but let's get back into it.
On the 4. But the leaks have been talking about Franklin Richards like nonstop. He's supposed to be a massive part of this movie. He's supposed to be born in this movie, and then potentially the group disbands after his birth. He can create whole universes, and apparently Galactus comes to Earth to get Franklin to go remake the universe that he used to live in that got destroyed.
What I just said.
There's so much Franklin in the Fantastic Four leaks here. It's just obvious that a lot of those other rumors were real, and that we're going to get a lot of Franklin Richards in the Fantastic Four movie, which is fascinating because they haven't marketed that at all. And I guess that takes us into number 5, the number 5 thing that is revealed from the leaks, and that is Doctor Doom's family, right? Kind of been talking about it here, but there's this lady next to Doctor Doom, and there's Franklin Richards. They are standing beside Doom on this platform in this room, which appears to be court, where a prisoner is being brought before the Emperor Doom. You've got Stephen Strange wearing a green cloak standing beside Doctor Doom, likely acting as sheriff or some kind of judicator. But the point about the family is that no one else would stand that close to Doctor Doom. Like, only his wife and his son would be allowed to be that close in this courtroom. And so if they are following the Secret Wars comic book, then that is Sue Storm and Franklin Richards standing beside Doctor Doom. But we've also heard rumors about Doctor Doom having some kind of romantic thing with the Scarlet Witch. How crazy would it be if that's actually one?
He gonna have a love triangle in the movie with Scarlet Witch and Sue Storm. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy if they do that.
to Maximoff next to Doctor Doom, and they have Franklin Richards as their child, which seems really crazy. But then you could imagine Billy and Tommy from that other concept art that we've seen with Wong and with Star-Lord and Duke, and maybe that whole group is trying to get to Wanda to remind her of her real family. That would kind of take what happened in the comic books and sort of adjust it to the MCU characters, which could be really cool. So maybe that is Sue Storm, maybe that is Wanda Maximoff, but either way, the thing that's wild about this is that Doctor Doom creates a new universe in which he has a family. Now, getting really freaking nerdy for just a second, in comic books, that was a massive reveal for us fans, because what it showed is that essentially Doctor Doom was jealous of Reed Richards and his ability to have a family. And so what do you get for the man who has everything? Well, you get
Steal his family. That's crazy. You're gonna steal the man's family, alter the universes, and basically marry his wife and take his kids from him. That's crazy.
the family that he never had, and the thing that his worst enemy has, and the reason he hates him. And it's just fascinating because it shows this vulnerability to Doom, that he would want a family if he could. And in his perfect world, when he literally creates a whole new reality, he creates one in which he has a family. It's a humanizing thing, but it also shows this massive vulnerability to Doctor Doom. And that takes us into number 6, the number 6 thing that was revealed from these leaks, and it's the Battle World aesthetic. Assuming this is real and assuming this represents Marvel's actual plan, then the Battle World that Doctor Doom is going to create, likely at the end of the Avengers Doomsday film, will be aesthetically similar to what Jonathan Hickman did in the 2015 Secret Wars comic book. This is maybe my favorite reveal from the leaks.
Yeah, this is probably mine too, because to me, it's showing that they are listening now. Like stuff that Marvel wasn't doing. They were trying to do a lot of switcheroo and, do different things. But now to me, it seems like they're leaning towards more of the source material of what's going on. And, not trying to do too much different. I know you don't want to copy the comic exactly, but they're getting a lot of their sources from the comic. So
I loved that element from the actual Secret Wars comic book, but I never in a million years thought Marvel would have the balls to do that in a $300 million massive Avengers movie. I mean, how risky is that? Essentially taking all the Marvel characters and doing a Renaissance Game of Thrones high fantasy aesthetic. You have to do new designs, new costumes for all the characters. That's what we see with the different Hulks when they're behind the castle on Battle World. That's what we see with Doctor Strange. That's what we see with Doctor Doom and Franklin Richards and all the people in the court. It's absolutely fascinating, and it's also possible that this is something that won't just be in the Secret Wars movie, but might be in the Battle World movies themselves, because that's what happened in the comic books. Doom created Battle World. It had this Game of Thrones aesthetic, and then there were no other regular comic book stories. All the comic book stories happen on Battle World. If Spider-Man 4 and World War Hulk actually have it, and they both have this Game of Thrones aesthetic, and
to me, I think they're both of those movies they are going to be Battle World movies. They're going to because it's going to take place in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and I believe that those are going to be Battle World movies. They're going to be taking place on Battle World. That's going to be crazy too.
then we get Secret Wars with it as well. That would be one of the most ambitious and bold things that Marvel Studios has ever attempted. I'm blown away. I really hope that they're actually going for it as hard as this concept art would have us believe. But now let's talk about the 7th reveal from these leaks. It's kind of a weird one, but it's that the Silver Surfer will be bald. And you might be like, well, yeah, of course she'll be bald. What the hell? But no, this was weird, man. The female Silver Surfer is actually shown in these concept leaks, and there's a couple of things we noticed. Number one, she is bald, so we won't have the crazy hair, which is so weird because, like, I would have liked to see some Silver Surfer hair. And also, she looks kind of weird and more.
Yeah, I mean, if they're gonna do a girl, they should have made her have hair. I mean, the bald. I'm not too fond on the bald look there on the girl, but I mean, they should have made it. They should have made her have the hair. They should have did like the comic.
Perfect. She's not actually like a super beautiful lady with silver skin that's just chilling there completely naked. I don't know. I don't know what I exactly expected with the female Silver Surfer, but yeah, according to concept art, they're gonna make her look just kind of like the male Silver Surfer, and not necessarily anything to get too excited about. But the number 8 revealed from these leaks is another incredible one. This has to do with Doctor Strange, man. We can see Doctor Strange in the green next to Doctor Doom, and although it's not 100% confirmed, some of the stuff that Alex Perez has been saying since these leaks came out makes me believe that this will actually represent what happened in the comic books. And so we might see Doctor Strange from where we left him in the Multiverse of Madness when he goes with Clea into Doomsday, and we will show him actually working with Doctor Doom. And then together, they might actually create Battle World, just like in the comic books, which would mean that Doctor Strange helped Doctor Doom create Battle World. So the next time the 616 Avengers see Doctor Strange, they might actually see him standing beside Doctor Doom. Oh, it's juicy, man. That's so freaking cool. The implications are wild, and I hope we get some of...
That's gonna be nuts for the Avengers. They're gonna see that and then see Doctor Doom's face and all this stuff, and they ain't gonna know what to do. It's gonna be crazy. I'm so ready for these movies. I'm so ready for Doomsday. I'm hopefully, it's already been delayed, a couple weeks or so like that filming, but hopefully they can get this together and get the filming, because this movie comes out next year, and tickets will be bought as soon as tickets are available. So guarantee you that.
The setup
I
to
can see
those
it more than one
scenes, the
time.
Doomsday film. Now, the number 9 reveal coming out of these leaks is that there's a ton of Hulks on Battle World. And I don't know exactly what to think of this. In the concept art, you can see a ton of different Hulks. Now, in the Secret Wars comic, there was a whole section of Battle World where there were a ton of Hulks. It was called the Greenland. It ended up getting ruled by the Maestro Hulk. He leads an army of Hulks eventually against Doctor Doom at the...
And that's what World War Hulk is going to be. If y'all don't know, if y'all haven't read the comics or everything, he's basically the Hulk from a different different multiverse, sorry. And basically ruling over all the Hulks, basically. And so that's where World War Hulk comes into play. But yeah, y'all it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, boy.
The end of the Secret Wars event. And again, we've heard the rumors of this World War Hulk movie, so maybe you just need a bunch of Hulks to do the World War Hulk movie properly, and maybe it'll be Bruce taking over the Maestro's section, and then he rules over the Greenland. I'm not 100% sure, but going from like barely any Hulk action in the MCU, I mean, we barely had any Red Hulk in Captain America Brave New World, for God's sake. Going from that to like a ton of Hulks on Battle World is actually really interesting. I hope they can actually pull it off. And also, what the hell is the budget for these movies? This is insane. I'm really curious what you guys think of like a lot of Hulks on Battle World. That's kind of wild. Let me know your thoughts. And then the last main reveal here for all of these leaks is that this is mostly stuff for Secret Wars, not for Doomsday. Now, this was confirmed by My Time to Shine Hello, but most people...
Sorry about that. But yeah, Doomsday is going to be a more grounded movie. It's basically, you're just going to get the whole backstory of Doomsday and all this stuff. And he's going to be fighting the modern day Avengers. And if y'all don't know, he's going to kick their ass, basically. He's going to kick their ass. They're going to lose. And that's when Battle World is going to be created at the end. So if y'all going into Doomsday thinking the Avengers is going to win, y'all wrong. They're not going to win. Basically it's the same thing like Infinity War, it's the same route basically, but the movie's gonna be fire. To me, this is gonna be, you're gonna have a lot more characters and involved in all this. And basically, like they said, they're gonna put not Kang, sorry, I'm about to say Kang, but they're gonna put Doctor Doom as, basically he's gonna be not the antagonist, he's gonna be the person that they said that you're probably going to be able to sympathize with him more than anything for the reasons why he's doing what he's doing. And which is crazy. So I'm ready to see that.
People that have been paying attention already knew this. Doomsday is not going to see the creation of Battleworld, at least not until the very end of that movie. And we get two versions of Doctor Doom in these reveals. We get one where he's in the green, just more traditional Doctor Doom. He's wearing a green, standing on a dope throne, and the aesthetics of that look more modern. And then we get him in the white robes where he is God Emperor Doom. So it will be just regular Doctor Doom in the green during Avengers Doomsday. And the plot of that movie is going to see the 616 Avengers with Bucky's Thunderbolts and with Sam Wilson's Avengers coming together to try to stop Doctor Doom and his group of evil Dark Avengers, which is rumored to have an evil version of Black Widow, an evil
version of the OG Avengers, which is gonna be crazy. So people, it's gonna mess with people mentally. This movie, it really is. It's gonna mess with the Avengers and all them mentally. What Doctor Doom is gonna do. So this is, like I said, I am ready for this. I am ready to see this. I'm ready in all aspects and everything to see this movie.
Version of Captain America, and obviously an evil version of Tony Stark, that is Doctor Doom. So none of that is really shown in these leaks, indicating that these leaks are actually for Secret Wars, which is probably why Marvel Studios is so damn mad about this, because the Doomsday film is going to be a lot more tame in the sense that it's going to have the aesthetic of a regular Marvel movie. The sets and the action is going to take place on the 616 and Earth, and maybe some other places too. But Secret Wars going this ballsy, doing all of this Battle World stuff, doing a ton of Hulks, doing that high fantasy aesthetic, that was a massive surprise and a mystery that, again, really shocked me and a lot of other Marvel fans. Marvel is probably really mad that this leak came out to spoil that. It's too late, it's out there, and I think it's fucking awesome. I am so excited to see more of the Secret Wars thing. This is probably just the tip of the iceberg, guys. So there you have it, 10 big reveals and what I think they mean. And again, we should try to be cautious about this. That doesn't necessarily confirm anything, but oh my god, I think it's all real, and I'm so fucking excited. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.
Respond to the drowning.
How could this possibly be true?
Matthew, looking wonderful this evening.
Thank you very much.
He really touched people's lives. I don't think a lot of people realize what
All
fame
right, get
really
this off my screen. All right, yeah. I mean, my thoughts on this movie is gonna be badass. I'm telling you that now. If Marvel does this right and not do no stupid stuff, everybody should love Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm telling you that now. And if they're following like these leaks, like I know a lot of these, the leaks and stuff like that, they're not going to be used as concepts and stuff. But yeah, if they're going in this type of direction and they're looking, yeah, this is going to be fire. I can tell you that now. And I'm excited to see what they cooking up with. And I've never been this excited at all since Infinity War and Endgame. And everybody know I'm a big Marvel fan. Everybody that knows me know I'm a big Marvel fan. I can watch Marvel movies every time they come on TV and everything, even though I've seen them 5-6 times in a row. I could still watch them and enjoy them and try to point out things that I never paid attention to before in a movie. So, you even know if you can't really see it, but I wear an Infinity Gauntlet around my neck every day. So I always joke with my wife. I always walk around. I tell her Thanos was right all the time. I do that. So she laughs at me. But yeah, I mean, as far as it goes, I'm ready for Secret Wars. I hope y'all ready for it too. And hopefully they make it long enough and not no just 2-hour movie. Hopefully it's like maybe almost 3 hours, because that would be nice. I would love to sit in the movie theater and make sure it's done right and all that stuff. So, being almost a 3-hour movie would probably be good for it, because they're going to have to explain a lot. Really explain a lot because of everything that's going on right now. There's not too much explaining about Doomsday because of the whole switch up from Kang and all that stuff. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm ready for it. Let me know down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Help your boy out growing on the YouTube. Guarantee y'all see more videos from me and everything. Sorry for the hiatus and all this stuff. But like I said, life is life and all that. But y'all have a good day. Peace out, y'all.